Hello there, this is Kenobi and welcome back to another Moa Super Guide covering all the Halo games. The easiest route this week is on the Halo Reach mission Long Night of Solace. You'll find your two first Moas outside the launch facility at the beginning of the mission. You'll find a final one inside right before you board the Saber. And now we're moving on to Halo 3 and the mission The Storm. You'll find the first one at the beginning of the level. The closest checkpoint to the next two is Rally Point Bravo. You'll find one where you fight the Hunters, and the last one right before you take out the anti-air turret.
Chief, Hood ships are closing fast.
You'll find the first one on Floodgate in the warehouse you enter at the beginning of the level. The second one is located on Rally Point Bravo. You'll see it right ahead of you after the Shadow of Intent cutscene.
Sector, while we deal with the flood.
Final one you need is located towards the end of the level. You'll find it right before you enter the crashed flood carrier.
But our shipmaster will sacrifice all to stop the flood.
To find the first one on the Ark, start the mission from the very beginning and make your way to the area where the Longsword crashes, and you'll find it. The next one is on Rally Point Bravo, and the area where you fight the Scarab. The final one on this level is on Rally Point Charlie. It's close to where you activate the Cartographer. With both Halo 2 and Combat Evolved, you can only find the most in classic graphics. And we're moving on to the first Halo 2 mission of this week, the Oracle, where you'll find the first Moa at the top of the elevator section. Then take the elevator all the way down and head into the next room. You'll find the two next Moas in this area. And we're moving on to Delta Halo. You'll find the first Moa where you have to activate the bridge. Then just cross the bridge and you'll be close to the second one. You'll find the final one at the end of the tank section, right before you head into the ruins. You'll find the first one on Regret at the very beginning of the mission. Then, take the gondola or simply just fly to the first tower. You'll find the second one on the second floor. Then take the underwater elevator to the next area. You'll find the next one under the stairs in the first underwater hallway you get to. Next mission, Sacred Icon. You'll find your first one right before you drop down to your first Enforcer fight. You'll find the second one right after you run into the flood. You know you're close to the third one when you drop down and there's a platform in the middle of the gap. Next mission, Quarantine Zone. Head through the tunnel at the beginning of the mission and you'll find it at the end of the open area.
Keep moving, I'm on my way.
You'll find the second one shortly after this one. The final one is towards the end of the mission, right after you get the Scorpion. And with that, we're moving on to Halo Combat Evolved and the mission Silent Cartographer. You'll find the first one right after the Warthog gets dropped off. Just make your way around the corner and you'll be close to the second one. You'll run into the third one on your way down into the Cartographer itself. It's right after you face the two Hunters. Moving on to Assault on the Control Room, where you'll find the first one on the bottom floor on the bridge at the beginning of the mission. Then simply take the elevator down and you'll find the second one in the middle of the room. You'll find the final one of this mission right after you exit the cave. The first Moa on 343 Guilty Spark is in the first area you get to after taking the elevator down. It's up to your left. You'll find a second one in the room with one of the greatest plot twists of all time, the Flood. You'll find the final one towards the end of the mission, right before you take the elevator back up to the surface. And with that, we're heading over to Halo 4 and the mission Infinity. You'll find the first one up on a tree branch in the area where you first encounter the crawlers. It's quite early in the mission. The closest checkpoint to the last two is Rally Point Charlie. You'll find the second one right before you head off the final elevator of the level. Then simply take the elevator up and you'll find the third one. Next mission, Reclaimer. You'll find the first one at the beginning of the mission, right next to the crashed Pelican. You'll find the second one a little bit later in the mission where you have to take out the shield generators.
I'm seeing 3 power sources. Shut them down so the mammoth can move through.
You'll find the first one shut down at the very beginning of the mission.
If he wants to finish the job, he'll have to find it first. Our best bet to stop him is to keep him firmly on
You'll find the second one on Rally Point Bravo. Take the gondola or fly and you'll find it on the first platform on your left. You'll find the final one on Rally Point Charlie. And with that, we're moving on to ODST. You'll find your first one on Only Alpha Site. It's right behind you in the area with the rates. There's only one Moa to find on NMPD HQ. Instead of proceeding to the end of the mission, just turn around and you'll find it under the stairs you came from. There's 2 Moas on Kikowani Station. You'll find both of them at the very beginning of the level.
Well, let's see what you remember, Trooper. Move!
And now for the remainder Halo Reach Moas. Next mission, Tip of the Spear. Start the mission from the very beginning and make your way to the first anti-air turret you have to destroy. You'll find a Moa between 2 trees. Then proceed with the mission as normally and cross the bridge that the Pelican drops off. You'll find a Moa up to your right. This Moa will also be right behind you if you start from Rally Point Bravo. The final Moa of this mission is also on Rally Point Bravo. Make your way to the mining facility, cross the bridge and head left and you'll find it. The final mission of this week is Exodus. Start the mission from the very beginning, head up the stairs and you'll find behind you on your right.
Tower pad is green. Let's move these civilians before it changes.
You'll find the next one shortly after this one in the room where you first encountered the suicide grunts. Then just head down the stairs and you'll find the final one. And with that, we once again covered all the Moas for all the Halo games this week. I want to thank you so much for watching, subscribe for more Halo videos, and I'll see you in the next one.
Kilo 40, request FPF sitrep.
Negative 2-6. Corvette's still coming.
Copy 40, firing FPF 2. Shot.